bit of Julius Caesar revision now. Now we're going to look at some key quotes and analysis. In Act 1, Scene 2, the soothsayer says, "Beware the Ides of March." This is a warning to Julius Caesar, and it foreshadows the impending assassination that will occur on the Ides of March. It symbolises the sense of impending doom and fate that hangs over the play. Caesar dismisses the warning, reflecting his overconfidence and hubris. Act 3, Scene 1. This is another very famous quote from Julius Caesar. "Et tu, Brute?" These words, spoken by Caesar as he's betrayed by his close friend Brutus, encapsulate the profound sense of betrayal and shock. The Latin emphasises the personal nature of the betrayal and Caesar's belief that even someone he considered a friend, a trusted ally, would turn against him. So it's Latin, "Et tu, Brute," it's "and you, Brutus." Like, even you, my friend. Another incredibly famous quote here. This is Mark Antony in Act 3, Scene 2, and he says, "Friends, Romans, countrymen, lend me your ears." This famous opening line of Antony's funeral oration brilliantly showcases his skills in manipulating the crowd's emotions. Antony's speech serves as a masterful example of rhetoric and persuasion. He cleverly turns the Roman citizens against the conspirators and stirs them to seek revenge, highlighting the power of persuasive language. "The evil that men do lives after them. The good is oft interred with their bones." Mark Antony, Act 3, Scene 2, delivers this line in his funeral speech again, and he suggests that people tend to remember and focus on the negative aspects of a person's actions even after their death. The idea reflects the theme of reputation and lasting impact of one's deeds. It also serves as a commentary on the fickle nature of public opinion. "Cowards die many times before their death. The valiant never taste the death but once." So here in Act 2, Scene 2, Julius Caesar is talking to Calpurnia, who's his wife, and he's dismissing her fears and chooses to go on to the Senate on the Ides of March. This quote highlights both Caesar's arrogance and his belief in his invincibility. It contrasts the attitudes of the courageous, the valiant, and the fearful, or the cowards, towards death. "Not that I loved Caesar less, but that I loved Rome more." In Act 3, Scene 2, Brutus is explaining this conflict as he justifies his involvement in the assassination of Caesar. It reflects his belief that his actions were motivated by a sense of duty to protect the Roman Republic rather than personal animosity towards Caesar. It delivers the complex moral dilemma and the conflicting loyalties that drive Brutus's actions. "Cry havoc and let's let the dogs of war." Act 3, Scene 1, Mark Antony is very dramatic. He's speaking this in response to the chaos and violence that erupt after Caesar's assassination. It vividly captures the unleashing of destructive forces and the brutal consequences of political upheaval. It reflects the idea that once violence begins, it can spiral out of control very easily, leading to havoc and chaos. And right at the end, Act 5, Scene 5, we have Mark Antony. "This was the noblest Roman of them all." Talking about Brutus, he's observing Brutus's dead body, and it acknowledges his nobility and integrity, even though he had been part in the conspiracy to assassinate Caesar. It underscores the complex nature of morality and the idea that noble intentions can lead to tragic outcomes. "Men at some time are masters of their fate, but the fault, dear Brutus, is not in our stars, but in ourselves." This is Cassius in Act 1, Scene 2, and here he's talking to Brutus, trying to convince him that they have power to shape their own destinies. This quote reflects the play's exploration of fate versus free will. Cassius suggests that people are in control of their own actions and decisions rather than being controlled by external forces like fate or destiny. And here we have Act 3, Scene 2, Mark Antony talking about Brutus. Brutus is an honourable man. So are they all honourable men. So Antony's using this repetition ironically to criticise conspirators, including Brutus, while appearing to praise them in the funeral speech for Caesar. The repetition of honourable men emphasises the gap between the conspirators' stated intentions and their actual deeds. It showcases Antony's skillful use of rhetoric to manipulate the crowd's perception. For more Shakespeare revision, subscribe to this channel. There'll be new videos out every week, and check out the playlists linked below.